Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 30 NSG. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the finals. It's a first-person shooter game on the momentum, but just started beta, and it's already infested with cheaters. But before I get to this article from Games Radar, if you like us, we're here Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. If you like what we do here, please make sure you share, like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. All right, so the finals is the first-person shooter of the moment. Now, but just it started beta, it's already infested with cheaters. Surprise, surprise. The finals is the hottest new first-person shooter team in town, but cheaters are overshadowing it big moments, okay? If you've not come across it, the finals is a free-to-play shooter where players battle it out for contestants in a virtual combat game show where you spectate almost spectacular, almost important to staying alive. Now, as you compete for fame and sponsorship opportunities as a fight for your life. An open beta is currently underway and has proven very popular with players. At the time of writing this, it's the number 5 on the Steam most played charts, and it managed to rack up an impressive 267,000 concurrent players at peak on Valve's platform. Now, still, many of them have not found the first-person shooter to be a blast, not because of the gameplay, but rather a staggering number of players who refuse to play by the rules. Now, the anti-cheat police department community group that specializes in gathering intelligence on the cheats detected in disrupted cheating vendors posted a tweet earlier this week claiming that the finals has already been targeted by a huge P2C vendors. Okay? It says, it's not long until a riddle with cheaters, it adds. I hope the devs at the finals have thought out about anti-cheat measures when building this game, or is just going to be another title ruined by cheaters. Since then, the finals subreddit has also been awash with players reporting instances of cheating. Yesterday, it was having a blast on this beta. Best fun I've ever had in a first-person shooter in a long time. User Rothdog writes. But today, every other game was blatant cheaters in it. This game will die very quickly if the devs don't take it seriously. Now, players allege all these cheating is linked to the Chinese profiles, and many of them are calling a developer Embark Studios to introduce a region lock to tackle the issue. It's the point I quit playing entirely. User Society under 5 under says almost half the games I went into that had cheaters, and it's unbearable. There's also need to be a region lock on them. It's in a separate post, another player writes the situation is getting so annoying and describes matches unplayable. Another said the stopping cheaters would be pretty big priority for the developers, adding this game does not need to have the same situation as PUBG. Now, the finals current beta runs until November 5th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC, and the game is expected to arrive before the year is out, though as so far, no release date has been set. Now, when we first started the stream today, I was trying to look for my video. I played the beta months and months and months ago, and I said this is actually a really fun game. I can't find the video, but I said that this game could be the next competitive shooter that people really like. But in that video that I can't find, that I never posted, I said that until there's cheaters. And here they are, the cheaters are running rampant inside this game, and this happens with all PvP games. And what I find really funny about just games in general, PvP games, is that people love being competitive in competitive games. But at the same time, because they can't compete, because one person, let's just say one person, let's say Shroud is playing the game, and you don't know you're playing against Shroud, okay? Maybe you don't know who Shroud is, and you're just playing, or Dr. Disrespect, okay? And you're playing in a game, and all of a sudden this guy kills you from across the map, and you're like, dude is cheating, right? Obviously, he's not cheating. But because that happened, the person that says, I think he's cheating, I want to cheat as well. And then those people start to come in, and more cheaters happen. And because they're cheating, and they're getting kills, they also want to cheat, and so on and so forth. Now, because there's not, I would assume there's not very many people cheating, like percentage-wise. If there's 256,000 people playing the game, you probably have 1,000 people, maybe, that are cheating. But it feels much bigger because when you get that shot or you get hit and you don't think, right? Like, you get hit and you don't think it's... First thing that comes to your head is they're cheating, right? Happens all the time. Doesn't matter if there's no cheaters in the game, right? Then people start assuming that, well, it's because of crossplay or because it's they're using the keyboard thing. There's always going to be that in the back of your mind, PvP, that there's cheating. It's just going to happen. So what can they do? Well, I really like the developers, right, that these guys made DICE. These are old DICE developers. I love DICE old games of Battlefield. I love that they made this game. Not my cup of tea. I played it. I like it, but I don't like the straight up team-based PvP. I like the wide open battlefield type of stuff because I know that the people that are playing this game are probably cheating. Okay? And it kills games. This is what happened to Titanfall. This is what happens to many, many other games. PUBG. This happens to so many other PvP games. And it's funny to me because cheaters, people that are competitive, don't want to compete against other people that are good because they suck. Does that make sense? Right? There's always going to be someone better than you. And because they suck at the game, they have to cheat. And because they cheat, then they feel better about themselves because they own the people that are not cheating. And they feel like they're an actual better player, but they're really not a better player. They just suck at the game. Okay? And on top of that, they can't even cheat correctly because they suck so bad at the game that they blatantly cheat because they feel like that no one's going to say anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So if at least you're going to cheat, at least cheat being slick so it looks like you're a good player and not just a straight-up cheater. You understand what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Okay? So I always find it funny that cheaters cheat because they suck at the game, and that's why they cheat, where people that are good at the game look for people to compete with because they want that very competitive moment, right? They want to compete against people to see if they're the best. But how do you consider if you're the best if everyone's cheating? So what can they do? Well, they have to get the anti-cheat. They have to do this. But at the same time, it's a free-to-play game. How do they get people to play their game? Well, if it's free-to-play and they're making money off the cosmetics and whatnot, they really don't care about the cheating. Because in their minds, we have as many people playing the game as possible, we have a better chance of making microtransactions. Instead of, let's make a good game where no one's cheating, and we get more people to play the game and less people to pay for microtransactions, right? It's all about the ratio of we need a bunch of people to play the game, and we need 20% of the people to make 80% of the money. And if they can't do that, if 20% of the people are getting shot and killed and they don't want to play the game because of cheaters, well, then you don't have 20% making 80%. You got 5% making 20%. Okay? So they got to figure this out. So in my opinion, these guys have to get the cheating under control. They have a really good game here with a fully destructible environment, the game show feel. The finals has the possibility of being the next CSGO, right? But if they don't put a kibosh to this, this game is just going to be yet another multiplayer PvP shooter that falls to travesty because of cheaters running amok in the game. These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.